What's up guys, bringing you another video. Today I'm doing a water change on the Reef tank. Starting off the video here, I'm showing you the powder blue tang. The tank finally cleared up, and the tang is acclimated very well to the system, looking beautiful. Still a little shy. It's still a very strong eater. Eats just about anything I put in the tank. Um, I'm showing you here, I'm going to do my water change out of the sump. I've got my mag drive turned off, so the return pump's off, and that filled the sump up. So I'm going to take all the water out of the sump. There's my mixed up salt water there. Then I'm going to take you into the kitchen here and show you something that I'm going to do different here with my filtration. I'm going to add some of these ceramic, these porous ceramic, like beads, I guess I'll call them. I know they're called something else, but I can't think of it right now. But they're pretty porous, as you can see there, maybe, I don't know. And there's my filter floss. And this is a little homemade thing. I'll get more into depth about this here coming up in the video. But it's a little homemade filter media basket for my overflows to drain in. And here I got some different types of ceramic rings that I'm not going to use. And these things here, I don't know, they look more for like a pond application or something, or wet dry trickle. Nothing I'm using. So I'm gonna go ahead and get back over here to the tank and get started here on getting ready to do the water change. Just gonna make sure everything's ready to go. And there's that powder blue again. Again, it acclimated beautifully to the system. I love watching that thing. Here I put a line for the water level. That way when I'm adding water back to the system, I won't add too much. Excuse me. And I got a little 300 gallon per hour pump pumping water out of the sump into my 40-gallon drum here. And that's what I'm going to use to hold all the water coming out of the sump for the water change. Here I'm going to show you how to clean some chaetomorpha. Put a glove on. I've got some bristleworms living in my chaeto. I got all kinds of creatures living in it. Just grab it out, and the water that you've taken out of the tank or the sump, just throw the chaeto into it. My chaeto has exploded, so it's gotten huge. So I'm gonna probably cut it back here. But just dump it in the bucket here in the water, the tank water, and just kind of swish it around. That way all the detritus will fall out, or any dying chaeto or any small pieces of chaeto will fall out of it, rendering the chaeto a lot cleaner to use for your system. Get all the debris out of the chaeto. Now this time the chaeto wasn't that dirty, and there I just showed you the bristleworms in it. That's why I'm wearing gloves, guys. So here I got the chaeto all clean, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it back into the sump. Sorry the camera angles kind of get wonky here for a second, because I'm trying to put the chaeto back into the sump, and I wasn't paying attention to the camera. So here's where the camera angle gets kind of crappy, but putting the chaeto back in. As you can see, the chato's exploded. It's done really good. Put it in a high flow area, and it's just taken off. So I'm gonna probably cut it back, sell another couple of softball sizes on Craigslist, and make some money at the same time. So I'm gonna go dump this out, and we'll be on our way with the rest of the water change. Also, inside my sump, I have my sump is built differently than a lot of sumps. This is a very shallow baffle that's actually split in the middle, and I've got a screen. So the chaeto, if any chaeto does get through the basket, it won't go through to the return pump. So I'm gonna clean that little screen there, and I'm just showing you here the basket that I made for the chaeto. And I'm just gonna finish pumping the water out of the sand area. I'm not gonna completely drain it or get into the sand. And here I've filled my drum up here with my pre-mixed salt water, and I'm agitating it. I made the water a couple days ago, and I let it sit inside the house to get up to room temperature, which is what my tank is at. That way nothing shocks the fish. So I'm just agitating it, letting the whole batch mix. Here guys, I got a good tip for you. I got a shish kebab skewer here, and if you notice, the salinity was reading almost off the chart. Take this shish kebab skewer and hit the arm of the hydrometer a little bit to get all the air bubbles off. Now here's the difference. As you can see, my salinity is gonna read normal now. So when you're checking your salinity with one of these arm hydrometers, make sure you get the air bubbles off of it, because you will throw your tank out of whack. So I just thought that'd be a good tip for you guys. Alright, so I got the water all agitated, and now I'm starting to add it here to the sump. I'm just going to let the sump fill up here out of the jug up to the water line that I marked on the sump. And here is the media that I'm using. Now this little homemade thing, now I'm gonna do this as a three-stage thing. First stage here is going to be this filter floss. Then it's going to go through those bio rings. And on the very bottom of the container there is a charcoal bag. And as you can see, I cut some holes there, and I used some egg crate so all the media will stay in the container and not fall out. So I'm going to go ahead and hook the media container up to my overflow lines here, and it simply just hooks on by a little hook that I use a couple zip ties, and I just hook it around my little hook there inside the stand, and that keeps it all together right up against the overflow pipes there. As you can see, having a little bit of trouble with it. I kept slipping with the stupid zip tie, but there it is. It's installed, nice and secure, and there it is, a nice little media basket. And I'm just going to try those media rings out, those ceramic rings, for a little bit. You got to clean the protein skimmer. And here I'm just going to show you guys an idea that I was thinking, running my airline tubing for the protein skimmer up that wall there and out into fresh air. I heard that helps with the pH in the system, so that's just something I was kind of throwing out there. So here you go, the sump is starting to fill up here, so we're getting pretty close to the water change coming to an end. And I figured, why not just give you guys a little update here on the freshwater 125 in the bedroom. The pleco, my plecostomus, is pretty big out and about. All my fish are really loving this new tank. There's the gold dojo loach, some tiger barbs. This is my new addition here, an angelfish. I don't know the exact breed of angelfish, but it's an angelfish. Baller sharks, again, you know, my pride and joy fish for this tank are doing excellent. I'm going to try to give you a size comparison here with my hand. The baller shark is much bigger in my hand. I'm not completely against the tank, and the shark is like in the middle of the tank here. So they're pretty big sharks. So and then I'll take you out to the cichlid tank here in a minute. Just giving you guys a good little view of that tank. Here's the cichlid tank. All the cichlids are doing really good. As you can see here, I'm going to show the water level. I need to do a water change on it and then fill the water all the way up. Tank's a little cloudy. I got my firemouth cichlids back. The person I gave them to didn't want them, so I brought them back. Since now I got a bigger tank, all my cichlids are out of that 40-gallon breeder now. And there's the kenyai, and there the male kenyai. So the fish are doing good here. I was going to give you guys some feeding action of these fish, but then I heard the pump fall out of the sump here, and as you can see, the sump is filled up. So I'm going to plug the Mag 9.5 in into the plug here, and we're going to start filling the tank up, and the system's going to be running as it always should. Here you go, coming out of my lock line, out of the tank that I drilled here. All that's still running good, guys. All my DIY stuff, nothing's leaking. Here's the DIY glass hole style overflow that I made, doing really good. And yeah, I got dual bulkheads into that thing. I might do a little tutorial on how I made that thing. So anyways, guys, we're going to wrap this up. Thanks for watching another one of my videos. I really appreciate it. And comment, rate, subscribe if you can, and I will see you guys next time.